Howdy, nearly senior citizen.
Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. I cannot remember if I did the spider, plague, rat, and weather report yesterday. So, to start off real quick, the Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report. Oh boy, there's been drama in the spider department downstairs in my bathroom. Yesterday, I went down to use the bathroom as a bathroom, and when you face the toilet, to the left is my shower stall. On the wall above, there was a gangly leg spider over in the shower stall area. Another one was right there, but leaving. And so afterward, for the rest of the day, this one was over in the farthest corner on this side, and this one's been up in the farthest corner on this side. They were still down there this morning. I don't know what's going on, but it's spider drama. Her legs are a little... She doesn't have her legs spread out like usual. The garden spider in her web. I hope she isn't, like, dying or something, so... Well, now my kitty cat wants out. But for the weather report, it was wet and rainy yesterday when I went walkies. Holy smokes. And I went walkies moderately early because I wanted to get some food and soda such for like yesterday or today. And so I had to get to the store before 5 o'clock because Christmas Day they shut at 5. So I head out and I went walkies. And it was raining really wet and my feet got wet and rain. It's just dark outside right now. So thumbs up on that. Plague rat report. You see people. Most people that I see are wearing masks, but it just takes one. Just takes one. So... Oh, excuse me. My stomach is very upset. I'm not quite sure why, but yay. Now, one thing I have been working on now that I've gone through the weather, plague, rat, and spider report, I, for whatever reason, had decided to do a song mutilation on the song Let It Snow. And so I ran it through Google, and I didn't like what it came up with. It's a short song in the first place. The mutilation was even shorter, and it didn't make a ton of sense, and I didn't feel very happy with it. So one set of words I kept. But then, the one feeling that I had from the story, I decided to just mutilate on my own without using Google. And so I did so. It went from moderately disturbing if you think about some parts of it, but for the time, it's not as disturbing as it sounds. It was mostly a way for the gal to try and figure out a way to, socially acceptable way to stay the night. Because back then, that was, hugely scandalous. But people did it anyway. You just needed a plausible bit of, we were stuck. It was a storm. Well, all right then. So, there's that. It sounds all very disturbing now, but for the time, it was a different thing. But I wanted to make it dark and disturbing. Whew. Gotta breathe. So here's one paragraph of what I've been writing about with it. So there's the storm, it just ain't stopping. I've got a little corn for popping. The power lines are covered in heavy snow. Ana lumen, ana lumen, ana lumen. Ana lumen being some sort of prayer for safety or some such like that. Means nothing. Possibly that was the one Google phrase I kept for let it snow became ana lumen. So thumbs up. But it's dark, it's disturbing, and it's cool because of that. So hopefully I'm going to get it done, and hopefully people will be disturbed and worried about me. Not necessarily, I just hopefully you'll be disturbed because it's bothersome. Let me see what else I have, because I do not have a ton of stuff because Well, I mean, I haven't done a lot, and it's just been the holidays. Nobody's doing much of anything, and I'm alone and kind of depressed because I'm alone, so yay. I'm still working on story stuff. One of the things that I mentioned yesterday that I wanted to try and talk about today, I said that Sid is like a high-level Gakiru or low-level Gakiru. I use, because of the cosmic horrors, a power level basis for everyone else to like go, oh, we have power too, but we don't have, a great amount of power compared to very powerful things. I've mentioned that it's Gokura, us, and then Gakire, Gakiri, Gakiru, and then there is the Gakira, which is, in this case, Amaterasu, the largest, most powerful, because Gokura just means numberless, prey. And that's us. Gakire is little predator, effectively like a shrew. That can involve superheroes. You are greater in power than the Gokura, but you are really low in power in comparison. The thing is, it's all in comparison to the Gakira, Amaterasu. So all of these things also have a sort of unsavory connotation with them as well. Sure, you're Gakiru, you're a small predator, but you also, there's the connotation with Gakire. Sorry about that. Gakire has like the connotation of untrustworthy, dishonorable. Not among, people like us. If we had superheroes, we wouldn't be saying that. But other people who know, that's what the term means. And then Gakiri is just predator. Gakiru, armored predator. Gakira, the most powerful. There's only one Gakira in our entire multiverse. In another multiverse, where the cosmic horrors are not, Gakira is just another term like Gakire, Gakiri, Gakiru, most powerful, instead of a label for one being, it is just another big label for a group. There's nothing above that. They are the most powerful, but it's not to any one being, it's to them all together. And Gakira has all the connotations of the lower ones, along with the connotations of vile, dishonorable, untrustworthy. All these bad connotations to them. Are they necessarily there? Not necessarily. But the people who use the words see them that way, and they keep those meanings in there. So thumbs up. So yes, Sid is Sid/Sithuar with his human manifestation. He's high-level Gakiri or low-level Gakiru, and then he's very powerful, but not a god. I mean, even the cosmic horrors, what their abilities and powers are not quote-unquote gods. They have the power to do things. They can impose their will, like if they wanted to, they could just look at the universe around them and then push mentally. And it's like reality at that point is made out of Play-Doh, and their will is a giant Play-Doh mold. And when they just look and push, everything that you are and everything that the reality is around you just gets molded into something else. Now, with these beings, if they're not paying attention, things slowly fade back into what they were, unless they're putting constant thought into it. But that's just, they just don't care enough. So that happens. But, back to Sid. So there's Sid. He's got all this in power, and I wanted to talk about what Sithuar looks like. Now, Sithuar itself is the non-human manifestation of its form. There's a couple views of it, and none of them are really true. At one point, I refer to the body of Sithuar, and one of the manifestations that you see it as is a powerful, to just skin, muscle, beings, leathery wings, and sits in darkness. I came up with a lack of words there. My sincere apologies. Hokey smokes. Normally I don't just go, like I did there, but I did now. Another manifestation of Tithuar is of a being that has just one gigantic eye instead of a head. This being also is superimposed with the other half of its existence, which is there and isn't there, but it's like a gigantic column of, well, stone, flesh, whatever, and it is just encircled in eyes. There's like 1,000 eyes on this column. And this being that I had said that just has an eye instead of a head, sort of lotus position poses, with the crossed legs, the hand down and all that. And that's one manifestation. Because it has 1,000 eyes, Tithuar does. And when it's resting, it has access to about 50 eyes. Any more than that, and it will come up to full wakefulness. But for being Sid, it just has one eye open, and it's Sid. When it needs to take a look through the rest of the universe, just because these beings have great power doesn't mean there's no threat or other predators. And since it's gone to ground and is resting, it needs defenses. So it has one eye open, Sid, just to make sure that things are safe. If it needs more, like to look around the universe to make sure it's still safe, it'll open up like 2 to 20 of these eyes on the column and be able to look all through the universe. And then close them again. So that's Tithuar. Sort of. Doesn't always look like that, but at this moment, sort of does. The fat and stocky Sid is much more pleasant to look upon. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about real quick before I get on to everything else, I want to talk about this without trying to ruin anything. I watched a video about the game Cyberpunk. Now, all of these things I've been interested but not really caring a ton. I used to play the game, but watching this video sold me on the game. It's a side mission, just a side mission, but for the guy who was making the video, that's what sold him as well. Because I was talking with Russian timing on this, which is why I'm going to make sure there's no details. But one of the big things in the side missions, on this side mission, is it seems like every character in this world is struggling in the cyberpunk capitalistic hellhole of their world, struggling to make a mark on the world and not seeing it. These people are broken because they can't make a mark on the world. Everything they do is just absorbed by the culture. You can't make a change. Culture is rolling over everything. But as you play it, you begin to see more that we do leave marks. We do leave permanent marks on the world. Not in things, but in people. Because some of these characters are still struggling with stuff that happened decades ago. And they can't get past the trauma. And they can't get past all this until you become a part of their lives. And you make things better. We do. I'm tearing up. We do leave marks on each other's lives. This is where we leave lasting marks. These people's lives are improved just by your being there. This is where we leave a mark on the world, with each other. It doesn't matter with things, it doesn't matter with objects, it's what we do with each other. And so on that front as well. Thank you very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. In some small ways, I've touched your life. In some small ways, you touch mine in return when you leave comments and such. We all leave marks on each other that sometimes last only a day, sometimes last our entire lives. Thank you so much. Now my cat wants in. She's just annoying the ever-loving snot out of me this way lately. If I got the door shut, then she wants in. And if she's in, then she wants out. And when she's out, she wants in. So, yeah. End of Open Up 24 Hours where the comments my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, you bloody cat. Now she's over there digging around in her cat box. Etc., etc. I can't even remember now what I was saying because my cat irritated me so much. Thumbs up. I'm not pissed at her. I mean, I'm annoyed. I'm irate. But she's a cat, so thumbs up for that. So let me call up my Chrome here. We have Ice Damon, thumbs up and thank you so much. Noah Geneve Brown, I'm very glad that things are working out better. Abraham Lira, thumbs up. GN, greatly appreciated. Try not to choke on your own saliva, it's not fun. Juan Romero, thank you very, very much. Russian Timing, good to see you in the comments. Killin' It, thumbs up. Insignificant Nick, thank you very, very much. Then there's a name all in like kanji or katakana, I cannot remember. Thank you very much. And Riguto Uzumaki 24, thumbs up and thank you. We have Joanna Garcia, thumbs up. Nico Bands, greatly appreciate, good to see you in the comments. Eliza Mitchell, thumbs up. Lazy Mode, greatly appreciated and thank you for the info. Colin Reisner, thumbs up. Dead Anyway, thumbs up. Hi, greatly appreciated. Conspo Lopez, it's good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up, Merry Christmas. Ravens Watch, I'm gonna have to talk about my Air Force time. Again, one day, I promise. Trooper Do, thumbs up. Hybrides Fishy, thumbs up and thank you. GALATASARAY, 1905, I sure hope I'm close, thank you very much. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. Felix lost his vape, oh no, poor Felix. And Melissa Ramirez, greatly appreciated each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. And here, no, you get away from the door. No, get away from the door. You're pissing me off. Stay away from it. Yay. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, not patreon.com. Yes, patreon.com. I was thinking of GoFundMe. If you could become a patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. I was poking with a stick, trying to get her away from the door. That would be very, very cool. If you'd like to help me out financially without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link with things like cat food, hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be awesome. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them on the bank of my heart where I draw interest. Thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation you have for my existence. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell and the subscription button. Did I get that right? I think I did. That would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment suffers from a surplus of scorn. It is ready, not eager, but ready to cast that scorn upon those it finds disappointing. Its mockery is severe. Do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment. It suffers from a surplus of scorn. And Black Lives Matter. They do. Really. Honestly and truly. And justice for everybody, the jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs in police uniforms who keep brutalizing, beating, and murdering American citizens in their homes and on the streets. Good Lord. My tummy. So, practice your self-care. No. Please wear a mask. There we are, out of order. Wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, stay at home unless you have to go out. If you do have to go out, practice your social distancing. It's the only way to get through this. So, now I can do this. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Got my face dived bombed by a tiny, tiny bug. It's such a wonderful day. So, practice your self-care. Be as creative as you can. And I will see you on the flip side, my friend.